G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. This is going to be the part 2 of the fuel tank removal swappage. Makes sense. So I'll first off want to start to say thanks to all you guys out there about the fuel tank, how we're going to do it and everything else. I've taken a leaf out of a couple of guys' comments on there, and tank has been built. I'll pick it up tomorrow. So what we've done is I'll show you from inside the boat so you can actually understand it. So what we're going to do is basically we'll start at the front here. Today's episode I'm going to rip out all these three hoses. They're coming out. Sender's staying where it is, going back up through the front, back to the dash. So the new tank's got a recess in it. So we're going to have, I think it's the pickup, breather. We're having 2 breathers on this tank, the new tank that's coming on. So we're going to have a breather at the front of the tank, and we're having a breather at the back. So now the sender is going to probably be about, so going from this board, which is the hatch that goes on top. So that hole there, we're going to cut it out bigger, slightly more bigger, to the next size up. So we're going to fill through this floor. Now there's probably still going to be a little bit of spillage and everything else. I'm hoping it shouldn't be as much, but I was talking to old mate from Hayfab. I'm really bad with names, so excuse me on that. We were talking about running the fuel hose back through here, cut the floor up, which we're going to do anyway. We're going to cut the floor up. We're going to run a tube coming through here up the top. I'm going to have the one breather, which I've already got a hole mounted up in that corner there on the outside, and then I'm going to probably pop another one on that side. But he was saying to me, if we put the filler up the top there, we're not going to have enough. We're going to keep having the same problem with work at the pump. Well, excuse my language, it's getting all over the shop today because I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. Because the hose is going to be coming down, it's going to have such a curl in it to come back to the tank. He reckons that we're going to have the same problem there on that elbow underneath the floor there. So that's why we've decided to opt, when you'll see the tank later on, there's a filler right on top of the tank, so which will be about back here, because when it sits in the car it leans forward. So slightly leans forward, not much, but because my ute's not lifted and I've turned my tow hitch up the other way as well to try and counteract it, it still goes down a little bit due to the weight. So yeah, tank's gonna be, I'll pick the tank up tomorrow morning. I'll have it at work and we're gonna glass beat it, blast it. Like it's not garnet, it's not as aggressive as garnet, but it'll give it a profile enough to stick the primer on there that I want to put on it first before I top coat it, before it goes back in the boat. And then before it goes back in the boat, we've also made the tank slightly lower. So we're going to put rubber matting underneath the tank and all around the sides of the tank as well, just to make it a bit more snug, because I think we've made it slightly smaller so I can fit it in there, but we're going to wedge it all up with rubber so that way it doesn't go anywhere. And I have got a new blower I want to put in up the front, so it's going to blow from the front of the boat through the hole underneath and then blow out the back. So fresh air will go in through the front, circle back to the back and blow out the back towards the bilge area. So that's where we're at the moment. So I can't get the boat in to do the fiberglass work until September, and he needs it for about 3 or 4 days. So that's gonna slow me down a little bit. It's gonna be borderlining for my trip in September, so it's gonna be another rush job, but he reckons it's only gonna be a week at the most. And then basically, like I said, we're just gonna cut through here and through this bulkhead straight down with just a round tube, and then all I gotta do is just, while I'm at it, I might as well resand the whole floor again and repaint it, as due to the last white run we did sort of made a bit of a chip there. So I'll probably end up sanding the whole deck and doing the whole lot. So the fun part now is getting under the dash. With these Swifties, they're a bit of a pain in the ass because the top section drops down and you can only get underneath from each side, and because the seats are in as well, it's going to make it even harder. So without further ado, we'll get under there and get started. Alrighty, you're going to hear some background noise. Kids just got home from school, so they're running around running amok. So I'll bring you up underneath, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So as I was saying, this section here is all, you can't get around it, so the only way around is through here or through there. So I'll show you what was happening before. So that was the filler, which used to run up there. So we'll keep this open. This is where the new fan's gonna go. I'm gonna bring it up and probably mount it up under there. We're on a flexi hose coming down. But yeah, these are gonna come out, which they all wrap around up in there and all the way down the gunnel. We've got to rip it all the way out and then rerun this guy back that way. So I'm gonna jump down, get some tools and start smelling like fuel under here, and I'll set you guys up somewhere in the corner under here and you can see, watch my struggles. So yeah. Alright, here goes nothing. Ugh. I'll move that seat out of the way. Alrighty, so that one runs all the way around here, all the way around there, all the way down the back. So we're going to take it all the way down there. So I've got to find a home to put you guys up, and oh bugger, forgot about that. And my makeshift bloody, what is bracket clamp bracket slash holder, whatever you want to call it this day and age. Okay, so I need that one. That one's got to come undone to drop those two out. And I'm thinking we might go, there's a fit right there. How's that look? Yeah, how good is it under here, ladies? So yeah, like I said, thanks everyone for helping out with this. It's been annoying dealing with it. The smell still smells under here, so I'm hoping now that we move this tank and the blower goes in there or in here, we should be home sailing, fingers crossed anyway. Okay, oh no, that's the wrong way. Let's try that again. You probably can't see much, can you? And the wiring skills of mine are fantastic, as you can see. I'm gonna have to get some wire cutters too. Sometimes it makes you wonder, I should have just kept the old fuel tank at the back and I probably wouldn't have had this trouble. Come on. Nearly there. Is that one's out. Pull that out of there. What else is it tied into? That one's out. And that one. Move that out of the way. Okay, that one's down. We're going to do this one. This one here, it's in my hand now. This is the breather. Is it the right size? Let's find out. Yeah, I'd rather use a socket on these than the screwdriver, because last time I stabbed myself in the hand. And that was a great feeling. Don't know if anyone else has done it. Oh, needs more. So, if anybody needs some more breather hose, I'm probably going to have about 6-7 meters left over. So if anybody wants any, just shout out. I've got plenty here. I will have plenty here. So eventually. Oh Jesus, that thing's bloody bit on good. Oh. Whew. It's gonna be a pain in my reed. Yeah, no, that's not fun at all. It's not fun at all. The hose has bloody got a memory on it now, so I'll try and see if this other side will come undone. Off. In the process, I've got to make sure I don't break any wires. There's only one bad thing about being under here. Awkward posture. I'm sure there's a lot of car mechanics who deal with the same scenarios. Cramp. Oh, far out. Right, I'll be back. Let me get some tools. Alrighty. Before we finish up here with the front, before we start going down the back, got this guy here. It's a inline blower. So I'm going to get this little guy somehow. Right. Only problem is it flows only one way, which is annoying. So the flow rate goes down, but the fan's always out in the open. So I want to mount this little guy in here somewhere, but this hole's way too big. So what I'm thinking is maybe get some flexi pipe, mount it up here somewhere, or even just there, right there. I'm thinking I run a flexi hose straight down into there to blow airflow through. So that's the plan for that. But the hole's bigger than I thought, so I'm going to try and find a reducer to suit it. So anyway, start making our way down the back. Hoses are here now. They run all the way down this side pocket here, underneath. Come down here. Oh, fuel one finishes under here, which is under my mess. We can see the separators there. So we'll take it off there, and then the breather carries on to there. So I'm going to run a hose from this one back through here, and then I'm going to mount another one on this side. So that way I haven't got too many hoses jammed up under the boat. So I'll keep unscrewing and keep ticking away. It's all up under there. So it's all about the camera angles, isn't it? This is going to work, this mount. Yeah. There we go. That ain't going to do jack. Oh. I'll come back. That's about as good as you're going to get it, guys. Because I've got the breather over there, should I, which I probably should do it, put a straight 90 there and then let the hose curl around like that, come back that way, or B, leave the hose as is and let nature take its course. What do you reckon? Thinking I put a 90 on it, but yeah, because I'm putting a pipe, like I said, putting a conduit through here going up, there's going to be plenty of room hopefully to get both hoses ran and put in there. I'm thinking I might just undo it, let all the hoses, let everything hang, and then when I get the boat back, we'll let them decide on what they're going to do when they do the install. Tricky one. So yeah, I won't do it anyway. Drop it all and maybe move the clamp down further so it's a more of a longer C than a real sharp one. So that way airflow can escape quicker. See, I don't know, it's humid in this bloody shed. So yeah, I'll undo that hose clamp and then we'll go back under the front, tidy up all those wires because there shouldn't be, actually no, I won't tidy up the wires because I still need to put that blower in, so I want to leave the wires exposed so then I can tie that new wire into that wire and yada yada yada, boom boom boom. So yeah, I'll just keep stripping away, and this video will keep going from when I get the tank tomorrow to blasting it to painting it, the primer. So I won't bore you with too much more of this fine spaghetti of mess. So yeah, I'm just trying to toss up where I cut the hoses as well now, or wait. I think I'll just wait. I'll leave the hoses in the boat, let them cut the adjustments off, and then go from there, which I'm hoping I've got enough hose for the 2 breathers. So I'm going to measure it out now and go from there. Right, fuel tank's picked up, got it at work. Here she is. Slightly bigger. I've already taped up the holes. That's a sender going there. Filler. Fuel pickup. Back breather for the back end of the boat, and a breather that runs all the way up to the front. So I'm just going to set up all the blast gear, get it ready to rock and roll, and I'll show you guys what it's like to be a sandblaster. Alrighty, fuel tank's back home. Didn't get any footage of me spraying it. I only got the footage of me just sandblasting it. So sandblasting it with glass bead, being aluminium, so it doesn't, with garnet, it will probably create too much of a profile and dig into the aluminium too much. So I went with the glass bead, and then primer coat of 251 HS paint, and then the same paint that we use under the floor, which is 1180 as a top coat. So this is how she's come out. She's nice, white and bright. So, and we picked up a few goodies from our friends at Whitworth's. So we've got a new inline blower. So yeah, that's pretty much us for now until the 1st of September when the boat goes in to get the floor cut. So yeah, we'll wrap this video up, and yeah, till next time, stay tuned and peace.